Hello, everyone. My name is James Strong. This is March 13th, the SIG-Network Ingress NGINX project, which means we adhere to the CNCF Code of Conduct, which ultimately boils down to be kind to each other. If you have any issues, please report those to myself or the SIG-Network leadership team. We don't have any new members today. It's going to be pretty quick. This is our monthly for Ingress NGINX. The action items from last week, it looks like I don't think there are any milestones open for 112. We can go ahead and go check. Because as I'm reviewing the action items, I have a thing up here. I was talking, Marco is not going to be able to make it today, but he is planning on finalizing the 112 and 111 release and wants to do a release right before KubeCon. So we can talk about that and our plans going forward with Ingress NGINX and Ingate. So that's what we're looking at. So let's go look and see if we need to go yell at him, make sure that's, if anything needs to get released in 112 and 111. I don't think so, but it doesn't hurt to go look. Milestones 112. I don't have any for 111. That one got closed and that one got merged. I don't think we do milestones for issues. Yep, okay. So yeah, he plans to do that. We've had several issues with artifact registry and then the NGINX image not wanting to build, but I think he's got those resolved from our last conversation, so that's good. We'll probably talk more about 113 and future events at our KubeCon talk. We just went over like what we think we're going to talk about. And if folks have anything that you think we need to talk about, I'll go ahead and I'll share out, Elizabeth, I'll share out to you the presentation if you think there's anything that we need to talk about in the KubeCon talk that we're not really talking about already. My big things for 113 is the crossplane and getting NJS in. So I know you've been working on those NJS builds. So that's the next discussion of like what's in 113, what's 114 going to look like. And I doubt there will be a 115 release because again, we want to continue to migrate our focus to Ingate. I'll put a notice. So I'll probably, let me add an action item for myself to pin an issue to say we're not maintainers. Maintainers are not implementing new features and to let us know.
Yeah, and I guess we should just tell people to go use Ingate whenever it's ready.
Yeah, and so that'll be part of like the monthly. I think once we have, and I haven't discussed this with Marco yet on his thoughts, but I think once we have Ingress support and we have most of the functionality in Ingate that is in, I think 1.3, the Gateway API 1.3 is getting ready to be released. Once we have that, then we can actually like technically put Ingress NGINX in maintenance mode. And that means no new features from anyone because there's an official maintenance mode in the Kubernetes project. So that's what we can do. So that's my thought process right now, but it's not, I've not shared that with Marco yet. So just focus on getting 112, 113 out, and then just moving from there. So then it's just Go updates, it's Kubernetes releases, and any CVE bug fixes from the rebuilds. So I think that's my thought process. So we'll work through that. That's 113, so no other stuff. Let me just make sure. I've done that, done the community meeting. me go look at this. I don't remember what this one was. So these are just, I think we, again, just need to put up like how we're gonna discern, like if it's a small to medium issue, or if it's small to medium pull request, we take it case by case basis. And we're not going to be implementing new ones. Again, if community folks want to add this in there. This one doesn't seem like it's too big. Then we'll accept those pull requests, but it'll be a case on case basis from there. And we'll only be looking at them monthly. We won't be looking at them regularly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I guess like no new features except, I don't know, config settings from NGINX, annotation, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I
What's the
don't even
threshold
know.
to consider? Yeah,
Yeah,
I know it's tricky. I guess we'll see as it comes how do we do it.
that's a good question that we should probably have answered in that. What is the threshold for new features from community members? So we can work on getting that answered, but I think we need to just put something in there that we've talked about it in 2 KubeCons. We've got the new repo. I've started trying to work on things like this next weekend. I'm working on just in-gate things. I think we need to put something in the repo, in the release notes for 112 to just let people know so that they can start planning. Yeah, that's really where we're at. That's the only open issues. We've done the review. Again, I think that needs to be part of it. If it's not on a milestone, then it's not going to get in the pull request. What's the threshold? It's going to be a case by case basis. Kind of like this issue right here where somebody was asking disabling these endpoints on the custom error page. Somebody has put the pull request together, but it is also failing and has some issues.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, these are little things, not too terribly difficult to review and implement. We just need to stay on top of them. And I need to put this on a milestone for 113. Oh, it's on 113. Okay, so that's good. We haven't even started looking at 113, so I'll cross this out. We're not going to close this since there's a PR for it, but as things come up, as folks ask for things, I think I just need to have like a default issue that we can point them to, so we won't have to keep saying the same thing over and over again, copying and pasting. And we just need to work on that verbiage to make sure that we all agree on it, and just move forward with that. So I will write that up and start working on that. So that's an action item for me. I will put my name on this one. This one's Marco. I always want to misspell his name. I always misspell his name. I can never remember if it's a C or a K. I'm pretty sure
it's usually just a C.
Yeah. That's all I had. We're gonna spend the next time probably. I've been looking at some issues. I really think until we have this issue ironed out and we're agreeing, I don't think it's going to be helpful for us to be doing issue triage. Because again, I just keep copying and pasting things. There are stuff where it's like this one I looked at, I had that thought. It's like I looked at it last month. There was no movement on the issue, so it's like you should give folks a time frame. Just say we've got the life cycle frozen. I don't know. but we've got to start winding down our time. And so we can ramp up on in-gate. So that's really the thought process. And we'll reiterate this at the KubeCon talk. We'll, again, just want to get folks ready for it. And we've got to give folks a timeline. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I know you've got the NJS ones. I think the NJS ones we've got in the milestones for 113, do we? Yeah, we have 18 open. Yeah, this is the cross-plane one. That's the one we need to talk about. Can you, okay, there's the two NJS ones.
Yeah.
And then this is a big one, optimizing the sync process. So I think after we get 112, these are the ones we focus on month to month to get the 113 out. And we can continue to do 112. Probably won't continue to do 111. This will probably be the last 111. And yeah, I think that's everything on the top of my head that I covered with the conversation with Marco. Yeah. Sorry, I've got like
That's it.
eight. I've got 8 balls juggling, and 2 of them are KubeCon talks.
Well, I guess we can do match until 112 and 111 are figured out.
Yeah, that's going to be right before KubeCon, and then we can start really hammering out like what's the upgrade path look like, and how to get folks to migrate, like putting together a migration document. I know I work with Christine Kim, and she just put out a really good like migration doc on why folks should be migrating from Ingress to Gateway. And we also need to give folks just a migration path, but there's really nothing to migrate to. So we just need to keep that in mind. All right, we can keep circling the drain. I don't think we need to stay on, unless there was any open issues that you know about that we should take a look at. Long
No,
usually
this is
has a
fine.
list, but oh, sorry.
No, yeah, I would say like nothing on my side.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna spend the next probably half hour to put that pinned issue together. Get that verbiage. I'll put it in a shared doc before I actually create the issue, and I'll drop it in Ingress Dev, Ingress NGINX Dev, and then we can work on the verbiage and make sure we all agree and pin the issue and put it in the release notes for 112 and 111. Sound good? Okay. Awesome. Well, I knew this was going to be a quick one.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thanks a lot for like all the work you're doing.
Thank you. And we'll talk next month, folks.
Sure.